here with sophomore All-American cornerback Treston DeCoud. Man, it's been a wild few weeks for you. I know a lot of coaches have contacted you in the last 2-3 weeks, even, of course, dating back to the season. Just in your words, your own words, what has it been like just the last 2 months of your life?
I say it's been overwhelming. It's been great. I like the recruiting process. I wouldn't say like it, but it's just a lot of coaches calling. Like you said, it's been crazy. My phone been going off the last 3 weeks, and now it's signing day is coming up February 4th. So now it's time to get business and see where I'm gonna play for the next 2 years.
You did it on the field this year. You were rewarded with First Team All-Conference, First Team All-Region, and then the big one, First Team All-American. You had already gone on an official visit to Utah State back in November. You had been in contact, had a few, like maybe 2, 3, 4 offers back in November, but it all kind of turned once the awards came out. I feel like your recruiting just took off after that. So, do you think that had a lot to do with it based on the accolades, or you really think, hey, man, maybe those guys just didn't find me yet? Because I think, at the time, your film had, 1,000 hits or something?
Right.
And what is it now?
I had 5,000.
So, do you feel like after those awards came out, that's where your recruiting really started?
Yeah, I think once I made first team, I probably picked up one more offer, and then once that All-American thing came out, man, my Twitter started blowing up with coaches following me, and I started following them back, and they started inboxing me, and then it just skyrocketed from there. So I think it was the All-American status, and it's been great after that. And playing on the field this year, this wonderful league that got me with the coaches I got and the family I got and the friends I got with the support, and that got me to this spot I am now.
Well, the journey hadn't been easy.
Nah,
and for a guy in junior college, this is a lot of times it's the normal route. You got a guy that overcomes, whether it's a death in the family, whether it's grades, whether it's just a bad situation where you were before. You have been, I think Chadron State. You spent time at Nichols, spent time at McNeese. So you've had a kind of a journey to get where you are right now. Start me back at the beginning. You're originally from Hammond, Louisiana, but to start off with your freshman year, I know you were at Chadron, but just kind of take me through where you started college.
At high school, I wasn't a full qualifier. I was a partial qualifier. I had a couple schools looking at me, and I couldn't get into D1 level. So Chadron State coach came by, Coach Jersey came, did an in-house visit, and he said, hey, nobody else taking it, we'll take you. And, free education, you can't pass that up. I don't care what level it is, So I took it. I went to Nebraska. My freshman year, I went there. I got redshirted, of course, because of the partial qualifier thing. Then the following year, I played for them, and it was a great experience, playing a D2 level, not gonna lie. And then my mama got sick, and once my mom got sick, that's who I got. I got a dad, I got a mother, and I love both of them, and none of them they're on the same. I love both of them the most, but it's just my mother. I was in her womb for 9 months, so I do anything for mother, and she wanted me to come back home, and that's what I did. And I came back home, and I went to Nichols for the spring. I was on the team. I was about to get about to be on scholarship, and then the NCAA, denied me my waiver. So when that happened, I got back into football. I was like, I'm not about to sit out. I'm not doing this red shirt thing. I'm not about to be on scout team anymore. And that's when I called Coach Webster, and Coach Webster told me this. When the first day I called him, he didn't say, yeah, you come in, you can play, you can start. He told me just like this: you come in, if you act up, if you don't do what you're supposed to, we're gonna send you back home. And that's when I made my choice to come here. And I thank God that I made that choice, and I think Coach Webster was saying that to me, because that changed my life.
There are a lot of high school kids that think, man, JUCO's the last resort. But honestly, it's a step below Division I. It's as close to Division I as you can get. The athletes that you face week in, week out are some of the best in the country. You look at our league as a whole. You got guys going, SEC, Pac-12, right, Big Ten every year. So, you originally committed to Utah State back in December, the first week of December. Thought about it for a little bit. You said that you may have rushed the decision. You decommitted a couple weeks after that. First of all, talk about your visit to Utah State, and talk about why you committed and why you feel like you decommitted.
I had committed to Utah State because Coach Wells and Coach Shaver, man, I speak highly of those guys. Those guys they really care about their players. And then, it was a nice scenery, and I don't look for a school for facility-wise. I look for a school for a family and a place where I can come in and start automatically. Well, I want to be at the last of the depth chart when I get there, and then I work my way up. But I committed there because I felt like there was family. And then once me and my family talked about, we felt like it was rushed because we knew big time schools was coming, and they came. So that's why I opened my recruitment up, and ever since I opened it up, man, they've been rolling in. So
well, no disrespect. You mentioned a big school. I mean, Utah State won 10 games this past year, and they're still in the mix right now for you. They're still 2 weeks before National Signing Day. They're still in the mix. But since then, man, it has been unbelievable. I related a lot to Terrell Barney last year, defensive tackle for Northwest, who ended up at Penn State. All of a sudden you got Penn State, Kansas State, Iowa State, all these schools that come in a quick little span there. For you, once you decommitted, you went from 4 offers, now you're at 14 offers.
Yes,
and, you can just list them out. There's a bunch of them listed on 247 Sports right now, but, just today alone, Oregon State, North Texas here on campus, you visited with East Carolina, Houston, Toledo. You've been on 3 official visits so far, Oregon State, Utah State, Toledo. You got 2 more planned. I mean, you say you're looking for a family feel. You're looking for, a chance to go in and play. I mean, what's going to be the final school that gets you? I mean, so far your visits, I'm sure, have been comfortable and you've had a good time, but there's just that one thing that's going to have to, make you want to go to school there. Do you know what that is?
The one thing, it would be chemistry with my DB coach. I don't want nobody that's going to tell me anything or lie to me. You know what I mean? I'm 21 years old now, so I'm not like an incoming freshman. Don't tell me all the good. I want to hear the bad. I want to hear that. I don't want to see the jerseys, the facilities. Everybody in D1, at that level got nice facilities, nice jerseys, nice area. I want to know the real deal. Do I really have a chance to come in and compete? Or are you really going to push me to reach my dreams, which, playing the NFL? And if that don't happen, I'll be a coach. Or are you going to get me to that, that spot? Or are you going to push me every day in practice when I failed a test, or I didn't do good as on the test as I want? I want a coach that's going to push me. And there's a couple coaches out there I see that they have that ability, but at the end of the day, I also want to feel wanted. I want a coach that really wants me, not and need me. I want a program that want and need me. And the schools that I took a visit to, they actually want and need me. So it's coming down to just where I feel like the best place for me, and it's a slow process, and I think about it every day. So.
You're going to Hammond, or you're from Hammond, but you're going to Lafayette this weekend. Of course, it's a place that's comfortable for you. Family's there. You've been on campus multiple times. Right. You also have an official visit set up to Baylor at the end of the month. Possibly may end up going to Eastern Carolina or East Carolina or Houston. Whatever comes in the mix there. Just for people out there that have followed you in the last couple of weeks. I know the 5 schools that are right there in the mix for you, but when it all comes down to it, I mean, do you have 5 in mind that you really, truly want to go to right now? Or do you think it's going to be, hey, 2 days before signing day, man, what am I going to do? Because it's a life-changing decision.
Right. I have a 5 in mind. I really do, but it also might be, like you say, 2 days before signing day, like, oh.
I mean, what if a school comes and offers you tomorrow that's not even in the mix? I mean, you just never know.
Right, and I always got a dream to play SEC, so you never know if an SEC school or a Big 12 school like Baylor, they haven't offered yet, but you never know if they offer. Then
that changes everything. Yeah, absolutely, so, absolutely.
I'm just getting on my knees every night. Pray to God that He lead me in the right choice, and I ask my family for their opinion, ask the coaches, you yourself, for their opinion, friends for their opinion. But at the end of the day, it's my choice. So. I do have 5 in mind, and I'll probably leak that out soon. But not, I want to keep it, solid right now. Just, I don't want no pressure on me. I don't want none of that right now. So I just want to.
I think your phone broke when you're out. Yeah, probably from all the phone when you're out in Oregon. Yeah.
State, my phone broke, so I got a new phone. It's going crazy. So it's just a lot of the soak in right now, and I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Well, the one common thing that I've heard from coaches when they walk in is, "Damn, he's big." And you're listed at 6'3", and you're a legit 6'3", 6'3", about 205, 210. Yeah. But what kind of player are they getting in Treston DeCoud? I mean, you could tell by the passion when you talk. I mean, you want to play football. I mean, you don't want to play just for 2 more years. You want to play for 10, 12, 14 years. And there's a DeCoud in the NFL now. I mean, in relation to you, defensive back as well.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a lot of things right there out in front of you. But what kind of player are these coaches and these fans getting in Treston DeCoud?
They're getting the player that's going to work their tail off. I'm going to go every day to practice with the mindset, I got to get better. Coach Webster taught me that. Every day you got to get better. If I'm going in, I got to go to practice anyway, so while I'm there, why not get better? Why just stay on the same level that I was when I got there? So they're going to get a player that's going to work their tail off. They're going to get a player that attention to detail. They're going to get a player that's he's going to go to the classroom. He's not going to be a problem off the field. He's not going to be a problem on the field. They're just going to get a workaholic. They're going to get a player that's going to give their program everything he's got, every inch of blood. I'm going to put my life on the line for them, and hopefully the coaches and the fans do the same thing.
Well, if that doesn't get you fired up, if you're out there watching this video, if that don't get you fired up to have Treston on your team, I don't know what will. 13 days, though, separate you and that sheet of paper that you'll signing day. Best of luck wherever you end up, man, and I hope that this kind of gave a chance for people to see a little bit more about you. And hey, 13 days, it's all up to you, man. I hope to make the decision that's best for you and the family. And who knows? There's 14 schools there now. Maybe it could be a few more at the very end. But best of luck wherever you end up, man.
Thank you.